Good morning, paper crafters. Today I am working on a Western Old West town. Is that what it's called? An old, an old Western town based in the 1800s. So my paper is coming from Paper House 100% Country, 100% Western. And this is not going to be the easiest layout to put together because there's so many browns. But I am going to do my best and I hope it really turns out. So my first page here is just a piece of craft cardstock. It's 12 by 12. And then I cut this paper down 11.5 by 11.5. So let's go ahead and get this attached. And then because this picture has this modern town in the background, I cut out some mountain pieces. And again, I just hand drew these and then cut them out. So I think this one's going to go right here. I just want to go just above these white houses and get it attached down. Okay, and then this lighter color, little layer on top to give it a dimensional look. And I didn't have 12 by 12 paper in these colors, so I had to use my 8.5 by 11, and that's why the papers don't go all the way flush to the edge. But hopefully once I get all my other pieces down, it'll look all right. Okay, next I have, this is where it's going to get just a little bit tricky. I have this gel, and again, because I didn't want it to all be brown and cream, brown colors, I brought in some of these light blues just to kind of add some dimension and definition to it. So these are going to go right down here. But before I attach them, I have these little fence posts that I want to put on. And I want those to kind of be down in the grass because your cattle will be grazing closer to where your buildings are and not up in the mountains necessarily. So I'm trying to give it that look. We'll see. So if I put this just like this, I want to kind of see the fence post. And I'm going to put another one over here. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to mark this right here. So that way I know that this fence post is going to go right up against that pencil mark. Okay. Okay, so right there. And then my jailhouse is going to go right here. But I do need to show a little bit of fencing over here. So let's see. That's going to go right there. And this is going to go right here. So I can cut off some of this fencing right here. Okay. and then I'm just going to attach it right over here. Let's see. Okay, so now my gel house can go right on top of here. And it looks like the fence goes all the way across it. So let's go ahead and attach this before I work on the hotel and the other fence line. I think I want the building to be just a little bit taller than my fencing. Okay. And then I've got my hotel here, and this is gonna, let's line up these building tops here. Let me see my picture frame or photo mat. So I'm actually gonna bring this down just a little bit. Okay. I'm just gonna mark that off so I know not to put any adhesive down right there. Yeah. Okay. So then I have another fence post, and this one's gonna go right here. Like that. Okay, let's get this one attached. You kind of see how my thought process works a little bit. Kind of knew what I wanted to do, but then when I try to put it down, it doesn't always work out until you try to lay your pieces down, and you gotta just go with it. Okay. And then this one, I'll go ahead and attach. Oh, but I have a, okay, let me see. I have some cactuses that I want to put down. So let's bring the cactus in. I kind of want it to go right here in the middle so that my hotel is like peeking out from behind the hotel. Okay, so kind of like that. So let me go ahead and glue this down. I thought about cutting this cactus in half so I can utilize the other side, but wasn't 100% sure where to put it. So okay. And then I have these photo mats, and again, like I said, there's so much brown, I want to bring in more color. So I actually found these in a Christmas paper pad, and I liked it because it kind of reminded me of an old-fashioned wallpaper, and so I cut those out and backed them with an even darker brown paper so they would stand out from the mountains and the background. So let's go ahead and get these down. This is just going to go back behind this. Kind of want to see some of that mountain there, so yeah, do it right there. And this one's going to go right next to it. Like that, I believe. And then I have another cactus, and I think I am going to cut this one in half. Okay, so if I put it here, then I can just cut this in half a little bit at an angle. And then this one can go peeking out right here. And this one I'm going to have peeking out right over on top of here. Yeah. So that looks like maybe behind that mountain. There we go. So behind this mountain, just peeking out above that photo mat. And the same with this one. And that just shows you a little bit more of the wildness of our west out here, our cactuses, and adds a little bit more pop of color. All right, so there is my left side of my layout. And what I'm going to do with these fence posts is I just want to kind of highlight them a little bit so that we see them back there. Okay, so I'm using my jelly roll pen and just going on and just adding a few highlights like I did to the buildings over here. So there. And that way they stand out a little bit and don't blend in as much to the countryside. All right. Now for the second page. I did the mercantile in a rust orange, again just so I can bring in some color but leave it with the neutral background that the Old West would have been. And I've already attached this page down just for sake of time. Excuse me. Alright, so this one I'm going to put over on this side, but again I need to get my fence posts so I can see where I'm going to put them. So one here. Oops, that's upside down. One here. And then another one right over here. And again, I kind of like when you see the post itself sticking out. So I'm going to trim this one down just a little bit. And I'm debating if I should have it go over this edge here, but I think I'm not. I think I'm just going to flush it up like I did the other ones. Okay. So let me go ahead and get these adhered. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is pouring down rain. We had quite the thunder and lightning last night. In fact, the thunder woke me up with a start at 1 o'clock in the morning. Very unusual. This whole season has been extremely unusual, actually, though, for California. But that's good. Hopefully this means we will be out of our drought. Let's move this out of the way. Attach that right there. And then this one.